In recent days, Democratic leaders in Congress have launched a strong counteroffensive against President Donald Trump, leveling serious charges that his military campaign against Iran amounts to an unauthorized and unlawful conflict. The criticism centers on U.S. and allied airstrikes that began over the weekend, targeting Iranian facilities in coordination with Israel. Prominent Democrats argue that these operations represent a major escalation into open hostilities without the required approval from lawmakers. Under the Constitution, they stress, only Congress holds the power to declare war or formally authorize sustained military action. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and other key figures have described the moves as bypassing essential checks and balances. They point out that no clear justification or end goal has been presented to the American public or to elected representatives. In statements and press briefings, Democrats have warned that this approach risks drawing the nation into yet another prolonged engagement in the Middle East, with heavy costs in lives, resources, and regional stability. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has called for urgent classified briefings from the administration to explain the rationale and scope of the operations. Other senators, including those on the Armed Services and Foreign Relations Committees, have echoed concerns that the president has thrust the country into a significant confrontation without building a public case, seeking legislative consent, or outlining any exit strategy. Progressive voices within the party, such as Senator Bernie Sanders, have gone further, labeling the actions as a premeditated and unconstitutional use of force. They accuse the administration of misleading the public and setting the stage for broader instability across the region. Figures like Senator Chris Murphy and Senator Tim Kaine have similarly condemned what they call a war of choice, driven more by political calculations than by immediate national security necessities. California Governor Gavin Newsom and other state-level Democrats have joined the chorus, portraying the campaign as a dangerous and improper escalation that endangers American service members unnecessarily. Some representatives have highlighted the potential for skyrocketing energy prices and wider fallout from the conflict. In response, Congressional Democrats have pushed forward efforts under the War Powers Resolution, a 1973 law designed to limit presidential military initiatives without congressional input. Bipartisan measures, co-sponsored by figures like Representative Ro Khanna and Senator Tim Kaine, sought to require the president to halt operations unless Congress provides explicit authorization. These resolutions aim to reassert lawmakers' constitutional role in decisions about war. Debates unfolded intensely in both chambers. In the Senate, a key vote fell short along largely partisan lines, with most Republicans aligning behind the president's authority as commander-in-chief. A similar effort in the House also failed to pass, though a handful of Democrats crossed party lines, citing alternative proposals that would impose time limits while allowing some flexibility. Overall, the measures did not succeed in forcing an immediate halt or formal debate on authorization. The administration, for its part, has maintained that the strikes fall within executive powers to protect U.S. interests and allies, particularly in countering threats from Iran's missile capabilities and regional influence. President Trump has pushed back sharply against the Democratic critiques, accusing opponents of undermining national security for partisan gain. This clash highlights deep divisions over war-making authority that have persisted for years. Democrats insist the current actions violate established legal frameworks and repeat past mistakes of open-ended commitments abroad. As the situation on the ground evolves, with reports of ongoing strikes and potential for further casualties, the debate shows no signs of fading quickly. Observers note that the outcome of these congressional challenges may shape how future presidents approach military decisions, especially in a divided Washington. For now, the focus remains on the human and strategic toll of the conflict, as both sides press their arguments in what has become one of the most heated foreign policy confrontations of the current administration.